Hello, Blue Justin here, still Justin, still not Blue, and it's time for this week's weekly haul. And I've just got a few titles here this week, not too many, but there are a couple of really rather nice ones that have just come out, and I hope you'll be really rather interested. So I'll just get on with it, shall I? Right, and the first one up is the Zavvi exclusive 4K Steelbook 4. I'm about to start a lot of sentences with that. This is A Quiet Place Part 2. It's not the most exciting steelbook I've ever seen in my life, and the cover has received an awful lot of comments and hardly any of them good. I would generally agree that I'm not a big fan of the artwork either, but I've seen worse, but not particularly inspired. However, the movie itself, is a really rather good follow-up to the original Quiet Place, and if I could turn around the artwork, I'm not going to open it and show you, but I haven't got that many this week, have I? I'll just thought that. What I would have done if I had been in charge, now been in charge of anything, most of the time that's probably quite wise, but anyway, that's the front. It is nice and glossy for those who like their glossy stuff though, and for those who like titles printed on the actual steelbook, there you go. I'm not particularly a fan in this case, but personally I would definitely have used the artwork on the rear as the front cover. I think that's a really nice and clever piece of artwork, using the whole forest they're trying to escape through as trees, but also obviously as sound waves, being as they have to be quiet or be tracked and killed. There you go though. But and there's the back. If you're not wearing that on, if you're not putting it on, quick little look says basically it's got the exclusive. Now I don't know if that's exclusive to what, but it says it's got an exclusive direct diaries, and that's the Blu-ray with special features. It says the 4K's only got the feature film, but it also says it's got behind the scenes of the visual effects, and peeling back the curtain. So it seems like that that might be an exclusive for the 4K. The director diaries might be an exclusive for the 4K only, and the Blu-ray still comes with the other bits. Just a hell of a bit. If I'm counting, I've done this already so far, and pretty rubbish to be honest. No inside, no discard. Has got inside art, so hasn't blown my socks off. That's, I mean, even the inside art isn't really on one half. I mean, it does extend to the other half, but the other half is like deep in the woods and it's a bit pointless. Now, I noticed that what's in the front here? Oh, thank goodness for that. I thought for a moment they had gone back to the really, really bad old days, but actually they are stickers and they will peel off. I'll do that now. So yeah, so that's your front cover without any stickers or anything like that. Right, I shall just pop that piece of cardboard back and around it and put it to one side before continuing with something that really is maybe not everybody's, you know, on your big list for things you have to buy, but by golly, it's big. This is the network Blu-ray release for the complete series of Maigret from, is it the 50s or the 60s? Does it say? It probably does somewhere, but I'm not sure. That's what it looks like, and what you want to see on the video. But yeah, I suspect that's actually oh golly, I shall just show you that it probably is actually, yeah, DVD sized rather than Blu-ray sized, and the reason for that is that it's one of their network's brand new huge special editions, and when they release their specials, boy do they make them special, because it comes with a book. The book is normal and full sized. Look at the thickness of that package. So books tend to be bigger than the Blu-ray size. I haven't obviously opened it myself yet, but I believe that's something like 170 pages of small type there. So we've got an awful lot of stuff to read backing up that series, and it's Andrew Pixley. Now, if you don't know the name, that person, what they don't know or can't investigate about putting out details of a particular series, basically, it isn't worth knowing. Pixley is, you know, he's the man to go to when it comes to producing these detail books about series like things like this back from, you know, quite a few years ago, and he'll get right in behind them. Now, I don't know what this particular book contains, whether it's not just in as it comes episode guides, or whether or not there's more to it and it's got filming details and things like that. But whatever there is to find out, I'll do it. If I find out anything particular, I'll put it up in a scroll for you. So yeah, but that is not even to me, it was a bit of a shock. It's not cheap. I'm not sure how many seasons or whatever there are in there, and I suspect a lot of it's down to how many surviving episodes there are. I don't know whether or not some have been wiped out or what, but this is obviously, you've not only got the book there, you've got something down the middle. I can't actually tell what, because on the back of the case it tells me absolutely nothing. Just it's nice and smooth, it looks good. However, if you're not so interested in the book and the whole package itself, I hear on the grapevine that the contents on the discs will be out in one of their non limited releases around the end of October, I believe. So set your wallet to stun for that one. So yeah, that's something I should be really looking forward to. And again, I might be including things like that book on my new books about TV and movie series sometime. I mean, obviously, it's not a separate purchase, but that doesn't mean it's not appropriate to look at. That's a lovely big classic BBC series of the 1960s. So I think that sums up when it was transmitted originally. There we go. So it's an 11 disc set. And if I say that it's just under about £10 a disc on that, you'll get the hint of me being a little bit over enthusiastic in the buying department. Here's one that's still quite expensive, but I think it's much more to everybody's knowledge about films, and very, very much a favourite from a lot of people's younger years, and that is the Titans of Cult release for the 4K steelbook of The Goonies. Now that, I mean, I can't imagine many films being more of a cult type favourite from memories of your childhood type thing as The Goonies. So I can think this one is going to be very, very popular. I don't know if it's sold out yet, I will be honest. But if it hasn't, I suspect it will be soon. I think, despite the fact they're not actually Zavvi exclusives, I think Zavvi are very heavily connected with the people who do Titans of Cult, so it might be difficult to get not going through them. Again, not cheap, but yeah, and you're not getting anything more than the film itself, obviously. I mean, in the sense of I'm sure that there'll be other people releasing the film. No, I can't remember seeing anybody releasing the 4K yet. But in this one, as it specifically says on the outside sticker, it's limited edition, and it includes the collectible steelbook, which I don't know if you can see it through the outside packaging. It's like that thick, but the steelbook's only normal thickness. So essentially, the outer packaging is like a plasticky type box, but it stands out. It gives it like a three-dimensional effect. So you can, if you can see the actual steelbook inside there. I'm not going to open it now because I might do a proper opening actually. That's on unboxing. But the writing is, I think you can see here, that's all on the outer box, and it's the skeleton there is. Can you see the skeleton? I don't know. I'm not sure even I can. And he's got his head just behind the compass there in the middle. If you can, that's on the actual steelbook inside. Maybe that gives it a really good reason to do it as a proper unboxing, because it's so hard to make out otherwise. It's got the exclusive enamel pin, and a poster. Obviously the poster is going to be folded, so I'm not a big fan of folded posters, which is a shame, because I mean, that's why I really liked the everything blue method of rolling them up. And obviously they can't send them to you in a N-foot tube or anything, but at least if they're rolled up, that you're not going to get creases that won't come out. The enamel pin is this bit here. Hope you can make that out through. The special features actually on the Blu-ray, rather than just in the special Titans of Cult packaging, are the commentary with the director Richard Donner and selected cast members. There's a making of the Goonies featurette, Cyndi Lauper, The Goonies Are Good Enough music video. There's some outtakes, and there's the theatrical trailer. Plus, obviously, you've got 114 minutes of gorgeousness, 4K classic movie. But anyway, that's brilliant. And on to another Titans of Cult. Now, I don't know. Well, I do know why this hadn't sold out as quickly. It isn't as obviously as popular as the Goonies, and I don't know whether the Goonies will sell out so quickly or not, or whatever. But this is the Titans of Cult Pacific Rim. It's, again, it's a lovely design, and I do know people do object to paying quite a bit over the odds for this nice packaging, which is why sometimes they sell out and then go for an absolute fortune, and sometimes they end up being stuck like this one was, because Pacific Rim isn't one of those films that everybody went, oh God, it's my favourite film of all time, I've got to get it in the best packaging available. I'll just try to shoot it back there. I know it's a bit reflective, sorry about that, but again, you can there see the pin type one on this one. For some reason or other, that doesn't have the sorry about my throat, sticker on it saying there's anything, whatever the special things are. I dare say that the special features are no different than the regular one, which is a regular Blu-ray, 4K, whatever, and that's special features taking you into the mind of the acclaimed filmmaker Guillermo del Toro. I should pronounce his name because he's blinking brilliant. 13 featurettes providing in-depth looks at the various different parts, the various the robots, the stunts, the sets, the sound effects, etc., the mythology, and there's also a director's audio commentary. I'm not sure whether I'd have necessarily grabbed this one out of the bag myself on release, but it's not quite as expensive as some of the Titans of Cult ones are when they first come out, probably because it's not such a popular film and they've still got a few left. So if I can get it this week, I'm sure you can too. So yeah, give it a shot if you're interested. I just wanted this one along with its sequel, and I wanted them both in 4K, because I mean, to be fair, whether or not they're the greatest movies of all time, which I'm sure they're not, the sort of action and things like that, but it is going to be enhanced by having the best quality of image and sound that you can get. It's going to be, so I'll I'll enjoy that. Right. Another one, I'm sort of like collecting the series, so to speak. This one is Howling 3. It's Howling 3 The Marsupials. Hardly gives you a great feeling of warmth and joy seeing that subtitle, because obviously it's set in Australia. I mean, Howling, absolutely seminal werewolf movie. I don't know how much the rest of them afterwards are now cashing in by this stage, but it does sound a little bit like they are, to be honest. And I never know whether the later ones, sometimes you get a couple of cash-ins and then later movies catch up again and start producing stuff to a higher quality, even if they don't match the original. But this one I'm not expecting too much out of, but it was a very reasonable price. What can I get this for? Ooh. Well, I can't remember. Oh, it does say, but I can't remember where I grabbed it from. It's not actually that cheap, so must have been my inner wanting to complete as many as I could of the series, and the seller being in a lucky position at the right time. This one is one I've been after for quite a little while. Doesn't seem to, well, it did occasionally drop in price on Amazon, and I tried to catch it a couple of times, and it was very, very annoying that every time it dropped in price on Amazon, I used to go get an email about it, and I used to go leaping over to Amazon to go, oh, I'll pick it up quick. And no, by the time I got there, it had gone up again. This is sort of near future type thing, and this is Cherry 2000. Stars Melanie Griffith. It's Ben Johnson. Look, it isn't Don Johnson, though the picture I'm sure is deliberately meant to look like him, drawing that way. And she is, I believe, an android of some description, and the main protagonist has his own android who's the same model fail on him, and they're married, and he's so much in love that he goes looking for a replacement or replacement parts. I can't quite be sure, and so he goes tracking her down to see if he can get somehow a replacement for his now gone android wife. And that's a bit of a silly plot, but no, I remember wanting to. The odd thing is, I remember wanting to see this when it came out at the cinema, and for some reason, never actually did. It's the sort of one that I keep on thinking, surely I saw this one at the cinema at the same time as I saw such and such, the 3D one or whatever it was that I think I bought a few weeks ago. But no, I never actually did. So this is actually my first time watching it. And for what it's worth, talking of Amazon getting these things through to me, I'm going to give, and I hope he's watching, I'm going to give a little shout out here to Santiago from Amazon customer service, who I called when the person who's supposed to be delivering these said that they had delivered it and appeared they hadn't, and he sorted out a replacement for me rapidly as possible, and the second he heard I'd actually got a YouTube channel. Now I don't know if they've been just told to say this or what, just in case we're actually they're actually a channel that is popular and it'll give them negative profiles, negative responses otherwise. But he actually took the name from my channel, so because he's actually says he's interested in watching Keeping Up. Now, of course, like I said, I have no idea whether he's telling the truth or telling a lie, but he sorted out trying to get me replacements as soon as possible so I could actually get them ready in time for this video today. In fact, the other one is coming up in, not the next one, but actually it's the one after that. But yeah, this is a bit of a, not classic, but it's very traditional type 80s, what would be nowadays probably straight to video type fare that I could have seen at the movies but didn't, and I really would like to watch it for the first time now. Next up is one that's a little bit more serious. Tell you what, it's a lot more serious. Now, this one is described as unsettling and a landmark. And this is starring Tim Roth and Naomi Watts, and this is Funny Games, and it's not funny. That's because, well, given the 18 rating, you can probably guess that much. Strong, sustained threat, humiliation, and violence. Now, I will correct myself if I'm wrong in a little scroll here, but I think this was originally made in a different language or potentially a different era, and this is the practically shot-for-shot remake of it's not exactly a home invasion in a traditional sense. It's two people who turn up at the house and they look also innocent and wearing tennis uniforms, and then after being invited in continue to subject the household to cruel, twisted and terrifying ordeals of terror and torture. So not the nicest thing, but I hear it's the sort of, it's a movie that I've been intending to watch for some time, and I didn't know which version to get, whether or not to get this remake or I think it, like I said, I think it's a remake or the original. But it says on the back here, it's not a simple slasher movie, and it has a renowned creative flair for originality, and it's by Haneke, Michael Haneke. Now I think, like I said, I think that's possibly a Swedish original director who like to reshot it for the American market, shot for shot. So yeah, not my normal fare, but I hear things very good about it, and I wish to find out and broaden my horizons maybe a little bit, see what it's like. So it's also one that might see figuring on another video of mine that will be coming up soon. When I say soon, I mean at some point in the future. And that's as much as I'm going to say. Right, so, and on to my final one, and I know this has gone on for a little bit, but this is the final one for this week. It's not, not too many titles, but just stretched it out a bit. And this is called The Orphan Vampires. Now, I believe this is, I don't think this is a particular series, but the style of cover certainly is one that indicates that it is part of at least the same series that's put out by a particular company. It might not be the same series of films originally, but I think they're all foreign language. I have got Dracula's fiance and Dracula's daughter in the same sort of cover, and those are all both French language with English subtitles. I suspect this will be the same. For some reason or other, I really don't like it when they do it. That's the back, instead of doing it portrait, they changed it to doing the back as landscape. I didn't hold it up upside down there. Yeah, this again is a French language one with English. This one actually says it's got English subs and dubs with trailers. But I think the other two that I've got, like I said, fiance and daughter for Mr. Dracula, they might be French language only, but I don't mind. So that's not a problem anyway. But I think maybe this Black House might be the series that all makers that are putting them out. But it all looks good. They've got, I don't know what's on the back, but sort of the original art. Again, I'm just going to open it because I have time. That is, well, you can, if you want to stop and not look, I can't do anything about it. But I shall try to be as quick as I can, or I can. Why, when you want to be quick on these things, do they decide to? Right, that's it. I'm going to do a quick, and I'm back. As I said, during that little break, I took the time to open it up, and it specifically says it's got reversible artwork. So I thought I'd see, because so do the others. I said the fiance and daughter. Yeah. So I thought I'd see what the reversible artwork is like. That's there's a little bit of art on the disc. It's not a picture, but it's got the title, and it's nice. It looks nice. Done by Screenbound. The reversible art that they do means you lose all the information off the back, but it's a different cover. That's the normal one. But it also does give you the information there. If you reverse it, you can see the other titles they do. Well, I don't know. Is the count the same series, or is it just put out by the same makers? Whatever. This one includes all sorts of things. Requiem for a Vampire. Now I have heard of that one. I think I've got it somewhere. Demoniacs. It's a bit like Answer Smash on House of Games. What else we got? We got Nude Vampire, Cold Eyes of Fear, Iron Rose, Sinful Nuns of St. Valentine's. If you can make it out, those are all the titles, obviously there. You can read. Just pause it on that. I'm not going to waste your time trying to put that all away. Slip that back in. I'll do that after the video's finished. So, anyway, that is everything that I've received this week. Like I said, not a huge actual number. A little bit longer than I probably could have got away with if I'd just rushed through them and said, oh, here you are. This is what I got. This is what I got. This is what I got. But again, that's a bit it's a bit pointless me doing that. I do like to try to say, give a little bit of information around what I'm doing for you. I don't know when the next anything will be out. I've got a couple of things that I'm working on and a couple of things that I'm sorting out some editing for. But in the meantime, I just want you to keep on enjoying TV, the movies, going to the cinema if you can, and everybody else's YouTube channel. And if you like this video, please hit like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit subscribe and the notification bell so you find out when I put out the new stuff that I'm hoping to do. And if you're one of the lovely people who got lucky enough to win my recent competition prizes, if you haven't got in contact with me yet, and there is someone, please do so I can send you your prize. I want to give these prizes away. You've won. So, if you haven't got in contact with me yet, please do. Anyway, so in the meantime, and I keep on wrapping stuff up like that, but what the hell. Keep on enjoying, and I hope you have a lovely bank holiday, because I think this should be going out on the bank holiday, shouldn't it?